Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Feeling a little bit fresher today. I had a sort of early finish last night. It's finished a little bit early on a Sunday, so feeling a little bit fresher this morning. I've been out and cleaned some windows this morning. It's a bit better weather, sort of. And I'm going to have a shave. I'm going to start a little, not a series, but my next 3 shaves are going to be with face fat. So first up, we have got face fat shaving soap, small batch artisan shaving soap. And this one is my favourite scent of all 3 that are available at the moment, and that is Jaffa. And if you don't know what Jaffa smells like, it smells to me like almost like a Terry's chocolate orange, like a Jaffa cake, it just smells like chocolate orange. Almost got a spongy sort of scent to it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the scent on this. The ingredients list is excellent. You've got coconut oil, stearic acid, sodium lactate, glycerin, castor oil, cocoa butter, shea butter, potassium hydroxide, soy protein, sodium hydroxide, almond oil, bentonite clay, mango butter, avocado oil, hemp oil, shea oil and essential oils. An absolutely superb range of ingredients that are in here. They're all good for your skin, they're all good skin foods, and this soap does leave you with an amazing post-shave feel. So the brush I'm going to be using today is another Australian product, and this one, the knot isn't, the knot is Chinese I believe. It's a 26mm Magard black and white knot. No, it's not. It's just a 26mm black and white knot. I don't know who Tony Forsyth gets these from, but this is a TF custom shaving brush, as you can see on the bottom here, just on the little razor blade on the bottom, TF custom brushes. And this one was made for the channel, another Cut Above with Chris. And this is Phantom Nebula, the actual cast itself. And it is absolutely stunning. It changes as you turn it, it brightens up, it goes darker. It is absolutely beautiful. Almost a sort of iridescent sheen. I'll see if I can sort of get it on the camera. I'll see where the best part is actually. It is actually probably that bit I just showed you. You can sort of see it changes colour as you flick it up. And the handle was a sort of custom handle. I asked Tony to make me one, it's almost 2 years ago now. I think it was around about January or February 2017. So, well, not 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Beautiful brush, really comfortable to hold, and it's a brush that will never leave my den. It is one of only 2 of a kind. There is only 2 of these in the world with my actual logo on there with my channel name, and the other one was one in a giveaway, and I'm not sure whether it's still being used or where it is at all. So straight into the soap. I have used this one before, and like I say, this is my favourite scent of the 3. The other one being Green Fougere, which is really, really nice. He's toned down the wintergreen in there, and you can really smell the other notes coming out now. And then lavender, which is just pure lavender scent, but it is a very, very nice essential oil, beautiful organic essential oil scent. It doesn't smell like a sort of, like a fragrance oil as such. Really, really impressed. And the soap itself is quite hard. It's a very firm soap, so you really need to get stuck in and load this brush up. Now you can bloom it beforehand if that's your thing, and it will bloom no problem, I would imagine. But for me, I like to use a soap dry and just get stuck straight on. I can't be arsed with blooming and pissing about with it. But I'm going to make sure I get a good load, because I have been underselling myself, selling myself short with the loads on face fat. So I think I've got enough in the brush now. In fact, I've probably got way too much, but I would rather have way too much than way too little. So there's how much is in the brush at the moment. I'll wet my face. I'll have a drink of coffee. And I'll just grab some of this stuff out of the tub. Now, what I'm finding with face fat is it's a very, very easy soap to lather. It's very slick, it's very protective, but it also offers an amazing post-shave. Now, I'm going to be pairing this up, as you've seen from the start of the video, with MAOL Grooming Frosted Frankenlime. I mean, this stuff here, I could just shave straight with this. This is slick, and that's just the stuff out the top. So I've definitely loaded the brush well today, so let's just see what we can do with the soap. Taste wise, it tastes like orange. I believe this is orange and cedarwood. Orange and cedar, and it smells amazing. Scent strength out the tub's around about a 3 to a 4. Now that it's on my face, I'm getting probably more a 5, roughly, mid strength. Actually, I can almost just shave with that, but I'm going to dip the tips. And paint loads of water into this. Very, very thirsty soap, but very easy to work with. And it's definitely a soap that you can shave with when it's thick, when it's thin, when it's really wet, when it's dry, and you'll still get a good shave from it, in my opinion. Now it does come in the tub. It's almost a sort of greyish brown sort of colour. I think that's quite possibly the clay and stuff that's in there. Right, let's just split this brush and see. Let's go to town on it. Alright, straight away it's just exploding. Oh, that scent. Now, I was very, very lucky, really, to be part of the testing on this. Sorry about that, I just had to take a phone call. So yeah, I was very, very lucky to be part of the process in the creation of this soap. And I'm quite a good test subject in the sense of my skin is very sensitive. So if it reacts with my skin, the chances are it's going to react with a lot of people's skin that have got sensitive skin. Not everyone's skin, because most people get away with it and don't ever have an issue. But we worked on it. Craig worked on it relentlessly, testing the pH and making sure the pHs were right and getting the essential oil content correct. And he's come up with an excellent product. It really is top-notch stuff. You can see just by the gloss on this and how thick and creamy it is. It's just beautiful soap. So the brush is caked and I'm just really impressed with it. You know, it's nice to use something straight out of Western Australia where I live. Even though I'm Scottish, living over here in Western Australia, I do feel part of the Australian community now, and we've assimilated to Australia rather than just being outsiders living in Australia. And we follow a lot of the cultures and ways over here, but as you should do, you know, if you don't like it, fuck off, sort of thing. So, the Karve razor, Christopher Bradley razor from Karve, C-plate, 0.85 blade gap. I have spoken recently with Chris and he's really getting on top of things, and he's got a machine coming in that's actually going to do all the bead blasting for him as well, like a big robot. So it's pretty exciting for him, but it's going to make a massive amount of difference in his workshop now that he can actually get stuff churned through a lot faster. Now, I've got a brand spanking new Persona Lab Blue, or Persona Blue, or Persona Coated, I'm not sure what they're called. This one does have a coating on the blade, comfort coating. I'm not sure what the comfort coating consists of, but I do like these blades. Very similar to the Med Preps, probably not as smooth as the Med Preps because of the coating, but once that coating wears a little bit, it works beautifully. So here we go. But yeah, straight off the bat, it's still super, super smooth. Tell you what, it's getting pretty dark in here. To say it's only early afternoon. I must have a little spot you. I keep nicking it every day. Now, one thing I've noticed a major difference in is the red spots on my neck. All the red lines and things like that are really, really reduced at the moment, and I can only put it down At the moment, because I've changed my routine sort of to the MAOL splash, and sort of in between all that using the Talbot and Steel, Tallow and Steel. That's terrible. Not Talbot and Steel. What the frick's it called? Tallow and Steel. Yeah. Tallow and Steel. Shit, my memory's terrible. That awesome soap that I really, really like. It's my number one soap. That stuff. Tallow and Steel. Yeah. Fuck's sake, Chris, what a wanker. You know that. Oh yeah, what a difference when you load that brush. Good. It's massive. It's a huge difference in the residual slickness. Huge. Right, another little sip of coffee. Yeah, it makes a massive difference when you load the brush right. It really does. And this is creamy stuff. Oh yeah. Absolutely nailed this lather this time. I'm really happy. I know the soap's great, I just keep underloading it, and what a difference when you get enough soap in the brush. It's very, very creamy soap. The slickness and glide when the soap's in your face is exceptional. And it's excellent post residual slickness as well. I'm noticing a difference now doing under my chin, which is good because I'm sure you guys noticed, but I popped a few kilos on. Believe it or not, I actually weighed myself last week and I tipped the scales over 90 kilos for the first time in nearly 5 years. So, it was about a week and a half ago, my wife and I started sort of following a basic version of the ketone or ketosis sort of thing, and I have to say I seem to be eating less but feeling better about it. I'm eating healthier for a start. I'm only eating food that we actually make now, which makes a massive difference to your diet. Now, I never look at these things like the diet. I treat them as a lifestyle change, as a change for the better, and it seems to be working. And because I've got a goal now, I have absolutely no inclination to pick up anything that's not good for me. Nothing. I don't eat fast food anyway. The last time I had a McDonald's would be the best part of 5 years ago, probably 4 to 5 years ago. Same with Burger King, Hungry Jack's, Red Rooster, all the fast food places, KFC. I had nothing. I've maybe had a wrap once or twice, an actual wrap with grilled chicken, and that's as bad as it ever got. Let me tell you, it's hard. It's hard not to. I do love McDonald's, believe it or not, and I miss it. Watch this grow. This scent just sticks with you. It smells great. Beautiful orange with that sort of chocolatey, cakey sort of scent. It does smell like a Jaffa cake. If you don't know what a Jaffa cake smells like, it almost smells a bit like an orange cake, like an orange and poppy seed sort of thing. It's got that beautiful scent to it, and it does have that either chocolatey or cakey sort of scent to it, and it smells amazing. the performance is top notch. It's vegan or vegetal based. I don't like vegan, vegetal. No animal byproducts or anything in here, and it's really good soap. I mean, it doesn't perform really any worse than any of the top of the range tallow based soaps out there at the moment. You know, this is up there. This competes with Lather Bros, Barrister and Man, Tallow and Steel. It's Tallow and Steel. Got it now, it's in my head. Holy Call, Ariana and Evans, Grooming Department. It competes with all of them comfortably, in my opinion. But what it does offer is a post shave that a lot of soaps lack. Fortunately, most soaps now don't lack a good post shave. But post shave for me is quite an important thing. Sometimes I don't like to use an old post shave balm or anything. What a shave. Absolutely incredible shave. Almost impossible to pick a negative. In terms of the soap, I think the name, branding of the soap, Face Fat, I love the name. It's not great for a head shaver because it should really be head fat, but Face Fat, I love the name of it. I love the logo, being an Australian, being a kangaroo. I like how it's been sort of modernised with that sort of modern art sort of take on it. It's just a real nice sort of branding. It's the website's lovely if you jump on there, facefatshaving.com, and the soap's exceptional. The only downside I can find to the soap, and it's a minimal little downside, and I know Craig will be laughing when he watches it, it's the labels off centre, and that's the only thing. And I'm quite picky on labels. I've got almost OCD when it comes to labels, so that's really it. You know, it creates a thick, glossy, creamy lather with ease. As long as you load your brush well enough, it will whip up in a bowl, no problem. Absolutely no problem at all. It's a firm soap, so it's going to last you a reasonable long time. But it's really top stuff. It is. It's up there in terms of the Australian artisans over here. I would definitely put it on a level playing field with the Australian Private Reserve, quite comfortably. The scents may not be as complex, which they aren't, but they're clean, they're fresh, and they're just the right scent strength. That's the brush cleaned off. I'll rinse the soap tub out. And then I'll apply the MAOL Grooming Frosted Frankenlime. And then I'll go to work. I'm actually off tomorrow. I've got a 1 day break and then I'm back into work again. Tomorrow my son, my youngest, is performing in a show called Wakakiri, and I believe it's sort of along the lines of for the Aboriginal culture, and sort of painting an image of that sort of thing over here, which is great. You know, I am all for heritage and how countries used to be and what it's all about, and in a similar way as I am with Scotland at the moment, I'm glad they teach Gaelic in school now, Gaelic or whatever they call it. It's sad that I lived my whole life in Scotland until I was 21 and never learned a single word of Gaelic, my actual mother tongue for my country. But it's now compulsory, I believe, for the kids, and I think that's awesome. I think there's nothing makes you more proud when you actually hear your own country's language, even though you know fuck all about it and you can't speak any of it. Give this a good shake up. The splash today is MAOL Grooming Frankenlime, and this one is the frosted version, so it's got menthol in there. The ingredients in this, I have read them out several times. You can go back to my previous videos. 3 splashes, 3 like drops, 1, 2, 3, boom, that's it, that's all you need. It literally feels about the size of a 5-cent piece. Now, if you are a menth head and you love menthol like me, I love menthol, I think it's phenomenal stuff, then I suggest grab menthol in all of the range. I will say, however, the menthol does affect the scent. It does change the scent that comes out from the lime. I'm getting menthol here. I can't smell the lime, but the menthol scent is there as well. So you have to take that into account. If you want a pure lime scented splash, just get it unfrosted, just get it normal, don't frost it and get the menthol in there. But that menthol feel is just superb. Sean over at MAOL Grooming has just popped the perfect amount of menthol in these bottles, and it's lovely and cool and refreshing. There's no burn from it, it's just zing. That's all you get. You get that little zing of the lime, the actual scent, and then the zing of the menthol on your skin. It is phenomenal stuff. And I'll just put up there as well, just so you can see. That is the ingredients list for MAOL Grooming aftershave splashes. Sean is a super, super nice guy. You can send him a message on Instagram through MAOL Grooming, and you can head over there as well, maolgrooming.com, I believe it is. I don't think it's .ca, I think it's .com. So yeah, head on over there. It's got 4 cents, you can get it from Top of the Chain, and there's another place you can get it from as well, but I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, head over there, have a look, have a read of the scents. I can assure you, no matter what one you buy, you will get a beautiful scented aftershave with so much skin food in it that your skin feels exceptional afterwards. And that feels incredible. So, face fat shaving Jaffa today, which is pretty much a chocolate orange scent or a chocolate sponge cake scent. It's got that sort of chocolatey spongy scent through it. It's just a beautiful scent. I love it. Very gourmand, and it tastes nice as well. It's got that sweet orange oil in there, which tastes very, very nice as well if you get it in your mouth. I tend to taste my soaps as well as I shave, so why not? It's not as nice as the beer soap, but it's pretty good. Oh, the brush was the TF Custom from Tony Forsyth, handmade in Australia. The actual cast here is called Phantom Nebula. It was made here in Western Australia by a gentleman known as the Master Caster, and it was sent over to Tony. He turned this brush for me, engraved it, and popped a 26mm black and white synthetic in there. Superb brush, I absolutely love it. The razor of choice today was the Karve once again. It's not even a razor of choice anymore, it is literally the go-to razor in my den. I won't be using any more of the Yaki razors. I might pull it out every now and then while they're still sat here. I'm still waiting to see where I'm going to send them and who sort of needs them most, or who gets in touch with me. All brass, C plate, which is 0.85 blade gap. I have spoken with Chris. All the rest of the plates are being packaged. Hopefully, maybe in a month or two, I'll have all the plates to sort of play with. Like I say, I've told them just to hold off on everything for me and just focus solely on the customers out there that are struggling to get hold of the razors rather than myself. I've got the razor, I'm over the moon with it. Other than the customer service side of things, he's got a business here that could really light up the white shaving sort of community and actually give products that, in my opinion, far exceed the shaves of pretty much every razor out there. I have used razors similar in terms of shave, but this thing just blows them all away in my opinion. And finished off today with MAOL Grooming, come on focus, there we go, MAOL Grooming Frankenlime Frosted Aftershave, which is the skin food of the gods in my opinion. Makes your skin feel exceptional right through until the next shave. There's no greasy feeling, it just feels supple and soft and stunning. Love it, great shave. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.